Poseidon. Poseidon was sitting at his desk and doing his calculations. Managing all the bodies of water made for endless work. He could have had as many helpers as he wanted, and did in fact have many of them, but since he took his job very seriously, he went through all the calculations again, so the helpers were not much help. It can't be said that the work gave him pleasure. He actually did it only because it was his to do. Yes, he'd often tried to get more cheerful work, as he called it, but when he was given various offers, it turned out that nothing suited him as well as the job he had been doing. It was also very hard to find something else for him. It was clearly impossible, for instance, to put him in charge of one particular ocean. Not only would the work of calculation there not be smaller, but it would be more small-minded. The great Poseidon could really only be given a commanding position. And when he was offered a position away from the water, the very idea made him ill. His divine breathing grew unsteady, his iron chest heaved. Not that his complaints were actually taken seriously. When a man of might agonizes, you have to pretend to humour him, even in the most hopeless matters. No one seriously thought of taking away Poseidon's job. He had been destined to be the god of the seas from the beginning of time, and this was how it had to stay. What annoyed him most, and this was the main reason for his unhappiness with his job, was hearing about the ideas people had of him, such as their idea that he was always dashing through the waves with his trident, when all the time he was actually sitting here at the bottom of the ocean and constantly calculating. A trip to Jupiter every now and then was the only break in the monotony, a trip, by the way, that usually brought him back feeling furious. He saw very little of the oceans, only in passing, as he hurried up to Olympus, and never really travelled through them. He used to say that he would wait until the end of the world, when there was sure to be a quiet moment, just before the end, after he went over the final calculation, and then he could go for a quick little tour.